welcome to another RSR. Tonight we are predicting and previewing the 2025 CONCACAF Champions Cup Final. CF Cruz Azul versus Vancouver Whitecaps FC. La predicción de la final de la Concachampions de la CONCACAF. CF Cruz Azul contra Vancouver Whitecaps FC. We are here to predict a final because Saturday's crazy and Sunday they play. Saturday we have three things to deal with, so that's why I'm putting out this prediction right now for this final. When they play on Sunday at CEU, the Pumas Stadium, Cruz Azul hosts this match because they performed better throughout the 4 rounds, round of 16, the quarterfinals and the semifinals than Vancouver did. Because Cruz Azul won outright the second leg against Tigres in the semifinal, they ended up hosting this final. Vancouver they had the numbers, just not the luck. Vancouver goes to Mexico to try to become the first Canadian team to win the Champions Cup and the 4th MLS team all time to win, second in the modern era. I think that's a good descriptor to put out. Second of the modern era, 4th of all time MLS team to win this trophy. I think the modern era matters more. With that being said, 2008 present, modern era. With that being said, Vancouver, they've been very good this year. They've only lost 2 matches all season, 1 MLS match, 1 Champions Cup match. That Champions Cup match being the away leg to Saprissa, the MLS match being to Chicago. Yes. I think that was during the international break, though, which probably answers that question. But with that being said, you have the team who's only lost 2 matches and also had a howler to Valor, which was a 2-2 draw in the CanChamp at Valor Stadium. They did rotate, but they brought out their big guns to make sure they got the draw. So most of the guys you'll see playing that match did not play that Valor match, at least as a starter. But interesting. Vancouver's been a well-run team this year. Jesper Sorensen has them playing out of their minds. Has them playing the best I've ever seen a Vancouver side play. This is different. This is new. I've never seen Vancouver this good. Top of the West. Top of the league level team. They're not a joke. This ain't a lucky run. Yes, is it shocking? Yes, I'll give you that. It's shocking that Vancouver is here. Oh, I'll give you that. They aren't a joke, though, which is the sad part. Because, well, you know what I don't want to see. This is a prediction video, but you know what I don't want to see if you've been here long enough. You know I'm petty. You know I'm petty. But this team's for real. That's the thing. Vancouver's for real. They're not here as a joke. They're not here because they got lucky. They're here because they're unafraid. Like, this team and their coach, Jesper Sorensen, started this tournament saying, I don't know how CONCACAF is, how it works. As in, I don't know. I don't have the experience to run this tournament. And I've always been on the side of you need experience to be good at CONCACAF. Turns out I was wrong. Because this man walked in willfully ignorant. And they've absolutely got to a final because they're unafraid. His unafraid, we're going to conquer what we don't know vibes legit makes them harder to beat. Like, the team has some experience in CONCACAF. Not good experience, but they've played the Champions Cup for the past couple of years. this squad. The coach has none until now. And he's unafraid of anything. Like, willfully unafraid. Doesn't know shit about it. Only knows what he knows because he's gone through it now. But unafraid. Unafraid. Don't need experience. So I guess I was wrong. Which, that's a positive. Right? They've been doing a lot of this without Ryan Gould as well, their best player. He's been injured for most of the season. They've been doing this without him. Sebastian Berhalter's been amazing through this tournament. Now, I've heard questions. Some people say that he could be suspended for yellow card accumulation. I don't know if that's true. I heard that after the semifinal. Then now they're talking about Berhalter like he's going to play. I'm not too damn sure where we are there. I probably should have did more checking, but if he plays, Vancouver's got a really good chance to win. If he is suspended, that's kind of like losing out to West Stuff, your LAFC back in 2020. Let's just put it like that. This kid is amazing. This kid is a wonderful footballer. Point blank period. Sebastian Berhalter. He is a wonderful footballer. I don't know where he got this performance. I know his dad and mother were both footballers. I know that. But his dad is a loser. At least as a coach. I don't know where he learned how to win. It wasn't his dad. It wasn't Greg. No. This kid knows how to win. And he makes them win. If he plays, Vancouver's got a way better shot of winning this final, no matter how, than if he doesn't. If he doesn't, I think they might be screwed. Like losing Gould and Berhalter. Of course, yeah, Gould should be back by now, but do you throw him in there now? Or let the guys who earned it win it? I mean, you got to think about that. You got to think about that. With that being said, Brian White scoring goals for fun. Brian White is scoring goals for fun. For fun. You know, and he is amazing at what he does. He's one of the best strikers in MLS right now, if not the best. And you look at Vancouver, and they're a solid side. Cruz Azul, they're playing at home. Vicente Sanchez is a dead man walking. Whether he should be or not, he's getting fired and replaced. Do they play for him? Do they try to send him out in a blaze of glory? Or do they just not care? Because reasons. Cruz Azul, they did lose to America as well in the semifinal of the Liguilla, so they have not played for a week. 2 weeks going into this final. This is their last match of the season, and this is a big last match of the season for them. They could win a trophy. They were one of the better teams in Liguilla. There weren't Toluca, but they were one of the better teams, and they lost to America. Again, unlike beating them in Champions Cup, which just like Pachuca, the good news for Cruz Azul is like Pachuca last year, Pachuca beat America in the Champions Cup just to lose to them in the Liguilla. Semifinals, I think, for both. So, the good news is, if you do what Pachuca did, you might win this trophy, but we're going to see. With that being said, Cruz Azul's a solid team. I'm not saying they aren't. The problem is Vancouver has a lot more to gain. Cruz Azul has a lot more to lose. You're winning. You're playing at home, I should say. You have the whole Mexican fan base behind you. And if you lose, you're going to get called out for a fracaso. Even if America loses to LAFC, you're both going to be shit on. Probably equally. Now, of course, do I think America should be shit on more if they lose to LAFC? Yes. You just pissed away $9.5 million. But we'll leave that to the side. We'll be here for that tomorrow. We'll leave that to the side. With that being said, Cruz Azul, they're a solid team. They've got good players. They got Mateusz Bogusz. They got Sepulveda, who's been amazing in CONCACAF. Not so much during the league, but there's always been players like that. They have Yorgos Giacomakis, who was very clinical against MLS defenses with Atlanta United. So you would think if he plays, he would figure it out. But either way, Mateusz Bogusz, Luca Romero, I know I said Bogusz, but still, Romero, of course. They have players like Rotondi, who's probably playing his last game for the club. Mir in goal, who's been pretty good except for that Ligia game, second leg against America. This Cruz Azul seems to feel on a, they have the favorite, they have the odds towards them. The problem being is this. The problem being is they feel like they're on a rocky foundation. If a team's going to lose in Mexico, I'm starting to feel like Cruz Azul might be that team. Now, they have their history of blowing shit, which, pardon my French, but, you know, that's the best way I could put it. They have their history of blowing games, blowing trophies away in the most crazy ways. I mean, I know how that feels. I mean, I've compared them to the Toronto Maple Leafs because they are bad, upper level players who play well until it matters, and then Yeah. With that being said, Cruz Azul, they are the favorites. But Vancouver, if they won, would I be shocked? No. Would I be depressed? Yes. As I said, I'm petty. I would hate to see them win, but would I be surprised if they do? No. But my prediction is this. We're going to go all the way tonight. Or Sunday night, my bad. Sunday night. There's going to be a draw after 90. I believe Vancouver could hold a draw after 90, if not come back to make it a draw after 90. 2-2. 2-2 after 90. We got 1 goal each in extra time. 3-3. We go to penalties. And I think Cruz Azul has the better squad for penalties. I think they have the better goalie of the two. I think they have the better scorers. I think Cruz Azul wins in penalties, wins the Champions Cup in penalties, but they're gonna bite their nails down to the quick, so to speak. And I probably will too, knowing that I want them to win. So there's a reason why I'm wearing this for this video. I think Cruz Azul wins on penalties. A 3-3 draw, 2-2 after 90, 3-3 after extra time. Cruz Azul wins on penalties. I think we're going to go to sudden death too, 6-5. 6-5 Cruz Azul on pens. Yeah, we'll go with it. Cruz Azul are the Champions Cup winners on penalties. 6-5 after a 3-3 draw after 120 minutes at Seoul. That's where I'll go with it. Vancouver gets close. Closer than anybody else who hasn't won it. But they're going to have some heartbreak. They're not going to go down like Montreal. And I guess they go down like Toronto similarly. Which I guess if they're going to go down, I kind of want it to go that way. No, I don't. I want them to be stomped out. But it works either way. Yeah, but no, it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. They're going to find a way to get it to penalties and go to sudden death and lose there. I'm probably coping, am I? With that being said, Cruz Azul, you better win. You better win. You better win. I feel like I have faith in the Leafs again. This is horrible. Jesus Christ. This feels like a Game 7. Yeah, that's not good news. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you tomorrow for my Dynasty Stars. We'll have Run It Back before anything else happens. We'll be live for the Champions League Final. This is for everybody now. Live for the Champions League Final PSG versus Inter Milan, live and review. Then we'll be live for the Toronto FC game against Charlotte FC, live and review. Then we'll be live for the Club World Cup play-in match, the Club World Cup repechaje, Copa Mundial de Clubes repechaje, Club LAFC versus Club America on Saturday. 3 lives, 3 reviews. It's going to be crazy. 1 month ahead video, or run it back video as well. Sunday, we have month ahead for the Dynasty Stars. Then we're here for the live watch along and review of the Champions Cup final, the one we're talking about right here. We do that on Sunday. And then we got a crazy month of June coming up, especially the middle of it to the end and then into July. But we got a crazy summer coming up. Let's be real. But even the first 2 weeks, we still got World Cup qualifiers and friendlies. So, and draws. We're going to be busy. So you think, not as busy as Saturday, but busy for a month. There's busy days and there's busy months. With that being said, I will see you tomorrow. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. May the best team win. And I hope that's Cruz Azul. And I believe that's Cruz Azul, but who knows? I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.